This is something we took quite a close look at for the report.
On page 7, the report mentions IS-linked incidents since 2015, which are extensively laid out on pages 52 and 53. What visually appears to be a huge number of incidents are in fact only 5 cases spread out across the timeline, as demonstrated by the colored circles, of which only 2 relate to actual potential ISIS sympathizers.
The question around direct links to insurgency has been a persistent one. And the estimates vary hugely. There are estimates of, possibly as many as 30 or 40.
However, the facts contained in the report note only 2 confirmed names, with 15 possible other individuals.
There are areas of very real concern. So one would be fighters returning from northern Mozambique.
Now listen to how this subjective view is contradicted by the facts.
I think it's doubtful that we would see the insurgency from northern Mozambique shifting in any way, shape or form to South Africa. Other concerns, though, around extremist activity are South African fighters who joined up with Islamic State in Syria. Many of them are being held in custody. At some point will be repatriated to South Africa.
South Africa's government has addressed this allegation in recent days.
The Department of International Relations and Cooperation has noted false and irresponsible newspaper reports indicating that hundreds of former ISIS fighters have been repatriated to South Africa. The reports have no factual basis whatsoever. The South African Embassy in Syria is monitoring the situation of 16 women and children who are in Syria to confirm their South African citizenship. The newspaper reports are devoid of any truth and violate the press code.
I think that another area that plays into this that we looked into is the resurgence of the people against gangsterism and drugs in the Western Cape. Many of the PAGAD leaders who were in prison were released in 2020. We're seeing resurgent activity by PAGAD in the Western Cape. In interviews with PAGAD members, and we spoke to a range of them late last year and beginning of this year, they have said that while they are following what's happening in northern Mozambique, they themselves don't feel that they're aligned to it or not providing money to that insurgency.
Despite the factual contents of the report, the author attempts to superimpose his own obscure assertion.
There are concerns about militant breakaway groupings within PAGAD.
Is there any wonder that this report starts off with a disclaimer by the Hans Seidel Foundation distancing itself from the contents? More importantly, the first sentence is unambiguous in stating that this is an opinion-based publication. Yaku Tobias for CI Radio News.